Good afternoon, Sylvan Union School District Board, Cabinet, and Superintendent Dee Dee Peterson. My name is Christina Wheelock, and I'm representing Crossroads Elementary. Going to share with you some of our SPA or SPSA budget planning with our goals. I have goal number one. By June 30th, 2022, 100% of Crossroads students will increase all student groups in English language arts by 5% in the areas of nearly met, or exceeded standards range on the CASP. And how I plan to do that is making sure that I have highly qualified staff. I will use certified personal salaries. I will be using my LCFF funds at $3.8 million. I plan to purchase more library books for support for our students in the library. I'm going to use Title I funds for that, $2,500 for that. Then I'm also proposing that we have some professional development opportunities to address student data and instructional strategies. And I'm going to use my Title II funds for that, $5,800. And then I would like to use $6,000 out of my Title I funding for instructional materials to assist in accomplishing this goal for our students at Crossroads. My goal number two is going to be Crossroads Elementary students will decrease all student groups in chronic absenteeism by 5% by June 2022. And I hope to accomplish this is by having the school counselor to support students in social and emotional needs. And I would like to use my Title IV funds for $95,000 that will cover the cost of one counselor at our site full time. I would also propose using money out of my Title IV funds for parent meetings, parent involvement, $1,500 for that. And then I'd like to also take some time, maybe in the evenings, to allow for our parents to have some involvement as well, and maybe offer the parents some parent education classes. And with that, I was planning to use my Title IV funds as well, about $5,000, and hope that we get a great turnout with our parents and promoting the students coming to school and helping them with some strategies. My goal number three is 100% of the Crossroads Elementary teachers will implement the MTSS within their classrooms. And I'd like to propose that we use instructional facilitators for this to use data from some of the programs that we already have in place. And I would use to purchase the instructional facilitators, which would be a credentialed teacher, and I would use three different funds. So I would use $30,000 from Title I, then I would take another $30,000 from Title II, and then the other $30,000 from my LCFF funds, so that I can have an instructional facilitator on site that can help teachers with different strategies, Tier 2 and Tier 3 interventions. I would also like to propose the Moby Max program, and I would use my Title I funds for that. And since we already have that program, it would just be to keep it maintained, because we've seen such great growth with it, with the data. And then the last thing for this goal is I'd like to implement some MTSS training, and I would use Title I funds. I would use $2,500 for that training, and that could be for teachers, it could be for my instructional facilitators, anybody who is involved with students. My last goal would be Crossroads Elementary would continue to be one-to-one with their student devices. And we are currently one-to-one, but sometimes we have to maintain them. So I would like to use my Title I funds, $50,000 of my Title I funds, to make sure that my Chromebooks have an annual refresh, and that the ones that are broken can be replaced or fixed. So that is my technology goal. So I would I love sharing my 4 goals with you about my planning budget tools on my 4 goals. And thank you for listening